Yes, I saw that. I sure hope the internet isn't fucking up right now. But yeah, I saw that the stream died. I almost didn't notice. I really don't know. I really couldn't tell you what happened there, since my internet doesn't seem to be being stupid as it is sometimes, but we do seem to be back up now. So, yes, Alice Wilkins. That's an odd coincidence. You should remember that name. But anyway, only one other grave here, Morgana Blaine, presumably Mary Blaine's grandmother. Apparently there's another grave next to the church, but we can't look at it. Oh, never mind. There's one more over here. Harrison Krim. But anyway, let's just do what we came here to do and take the bear. For the spell. So our work here is done. But we still need one more item. We need an item belonging to someone who was accused of the murder. And that would be this person. Mary Blaine again. So let's see if she can give us anything. Yes, we need something of yours for a spell. Because we're being helped out by Wilma Wiggins. Everyone's saving the wagon. Oh, but she will give us her locket apparently. And he has his grandfather's ring. Remember his grandfather? I don't either. Because we won't be exploring that plot thread until much later. Much later. So now we have the two items we need for that spell. We have a teddy bear and a locket, which belongs to Mary. So back to Wilma's place we go. We still don't know what's to the west, but apparently I guess we could check it out, because we can go there right now. It's just a tower. But we cannot get in right now because the door is locked and we do not have the key. So back to Wilma's cottage it is. To give her the items we collected, so she can perform that spell. So here you go, here's the teddy bear. And the locket. But it will take a while to prepare, but if we come back first thing tomorrow, it'll be ready. So we automatically head back to the inn, where there's some commotion. You might recognize that music. I wonder who's involved. It's Percy again. And he doesn't trust the innkeeper. And being a jerk to the villagers. But we don't like him and we do not get along. Seducing the locals, he says we've been doing. Apparently he knows about our talking to the Blaine girl. And she was smitten and we're smiling about that. So that's something, right? Must not have been hugged much as a child. But with that little outburst, we're going to bed. And actually with that transition, I think I'll take a quick break since there's a little something I need to do. But I'll be back before too long, hopefully. So let me leave you with this. And I'll be back in a few moments. Well, that took a bit longer than I was expecting, but anyway, I am back. So back to this exciting adventure. With the huge window and the hotel room. I see the chat has been talking about pressing matters, that's always nice. But anyway, back to this thing, back to the non-stop thrills and excitement of paranormal investigations. As you might recall, the witch woman told us that in the morning the spell to tell us what had happened was going to be ready, so let's go and visit her now. Wonder if that bird's still there. No, it flew. Well, at least I see my internet apparently hasn't been stupid again, but what's this? The cottage door is ajar. That's not very customary. So now we have this, yes, those giant eyes. This bloody corpse of the woman we were talking to earlier, and she was bludgeoned to death, and there's something on the wall, a large symbol. Maybe we can identify it, but apparently not. Talking to that thing wouldn't solve anything. So touching the corpse is not a very good idea. And this is evidence, so we can't touch it. So we should go tell someone about this, shouldn't we? Oh, here comes Jones. Yes, Wilma Wiggins has been brutally murdered, the old woman who lives here. That apparently Percy didn't know. So there's a killer on the loose, everyone's in danger. Apparently we're way out of our league here. So this guy's gonna call for reinforcements. He wants us to leave the village by tonight. And if we don't, we will be considered a suspect and held for questioning. But he won't force us to leave either, so it's our choice. And apparently we're staying here. So we saw that weird sign next to the corpse, and now there's this right here. Something's been written on the tree with a dark red substance. It's a witch code apparently, but we can't figure out what it says because we don't speak witch. So let's get out of here. So how can we decipher this witch message? Apparently we never have to solve that message, but it would be good to keep in mind. But let's go back to the dead woman's cottage. They are very predictable, aren't they? That's why there's one reading a walkthrough while playing this game. So predictable. Actually wait a minute. There was something in that flower bed, wasn't there? Some of the flowers look a bit more crimson than usual. I don't see anything crimson, but we found a nice. We found a blood-stained crowbar, which may come in handy. So off to Smale Home Tower we go. Oh, the bird is back. Let's try talking to it again. I'm sure it'll have nothing but pleasant conversation in mind. Yep. It says the same thing as before. So we could go to the town, but actually before we go on, there's a little something if I recall correctly. Just gonna give it a minute. So excuse that noise, but if we go to the website that this guy has, trying not to make too much of a racket here. That's acceptable, I suppose. And we go to the... You can't really see these right now, but I'm just gonna go ahead and mute that for the moment. If you check out this... oh, come on. Take the screen, there we go. The the website, they actually link you to this witch code. So you can use this right here to decipher the code on this tree. Or decipher part of it at least, because I don't think it's complete. So let's do that right now. Let me see. Open up a notepad thing. And get the, where is it? The game and the notepad thing. So we got nothing, we don't know, we don't know, we don't know, we don't know. We do know that one, it's A. We don't know the other one. Do we know this one? We do not know that one. We do know that the following one is A. The next one we do not know. The one after that we do not know. We don't know this one either, or that one, 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 or that one. So that's a completely mysterious word. Don't know that one. Don't know that one, or that one. We do know this one, it's O. And this one is C. With that one we don't know. Or the following one. The following one is T. We don't know the other two. Or the ones, well, we do know the second one from the next sentence, it's J. And the last sentence, we don't know that. Or that, I don't think. No. Or that, or that, or that, or that, or that. This one's A. We don't know the other one, and the last one is T. So this is what we've managed to decipher from the witch code. So that's great. So back to window capture. And let's bring back the sound, since it's not going to get stuck anymore, hopefully. And continue with our incredible adventure. We just got the crowbar, so let's head for the tower. Sorry about that. So we can try opening the door. But it's locked with a giant padlock. Maybe our crowbar will help. Yes, we used it to pry off the lock, so now we can get inside. So there's this giant tapestry of King Arthur, which seems out of place. All diaries. The history of Smailholm. Large window and a floorboard that's brighter than the others because of the light shining on it. It's a little loose, but we can't do anything about it with our hands. I don't think Ambush is going to be streaming because he only streams on Sundays, Mondays and Thursdays, I think. I don't think he's streaming right now. Might as well check the forums. Let me see. Mnemonic. Actually, wait, there is an update. 8 minutes ago, that's weird. I didn't think he'd be streaming tonight, but I don't know. Let's find out. Dum 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 dum. 8 minutes ago he posted. What did he post? Oh, he is gonna stream tonight, that's weird. But he's gonna be live at 11 PM, so in just over an hour. So hopefully I'll have enough time to finish this masterpiece. So let's stop the jittering music. And there we are. Back to this amazing game. Oh yeah, we had the crowbar in our hands because we were going to try opening up this loose board. Oh, I'm getting an OBS rave party, that's not good. Oh, but it stopped. Never mind. Apparently we did drop a bunch of frames though. Though I'm not seeing it anymore. So in the hole was hidden an old diary. Belongs to Edgar McGraw from the 1950s. Several people in town never seem to age, and every so often a mysterious murder will occur. And in August 12th of 54, there's a witch cult in this town. I saw them in the woods, and it was they who killed those 2 children, and they will kill again. So God help us all, because our town is cursed, because they're staying in Smale Home forever. And we found another page with a partial translation of the witch code on it. You know what this means? It's time for more decoding. So let me get the OBS monitor capture back up, and there we have it. That should look... oops. Fuck. That should look okay. I might as well mute that. Oops. So let's see if we can't... oh, for the love of fuck. Yeah, I have to put this here so it's visible. Okay, that's the... actually, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to take a screen cap of this. I'm going to put it here. And I'm going to go back to the... to where the other thing was. Actually, might as well check out this bookstore while we're in here. Reverend Gideon Brown. I'm not sure if that's a reference to something. A hospital in Smalholm. Smalholm Spital. Northhorn Spital. So this doesn't seem to be that much... doesn't seem to have any real relation to the main story, so we'll leave that alone. So it's time to decode the witch code. Let's have a closer look at it. Yes. I might as well mute that again, because we're going to get these in monitor capture again, so we can see all of it. Gotta get this up here. And the thing that we've partially translated already. So let's finish our translation. This is WW, as we can see. This is D-E-A-D. WW Dead. That's Wilma Wiggins, presumably. So that would be an M. This thing right here is an R. And no, it's not Marx. It's Mary. Mary something. Mary W-I-L-L. Mary will... oh wait, this is a separate word. Will D-I-E. Mary will die. That's ominous. So, as we keep transliterating this... In-ok... I wonder if that's innocent. It probably is. It is, isn't it? Innocent... Mary will die innocently. Yes, innocently. XJ, which apparently translates to BJ. BJ. Which is kind of an unfortunate, you know, set of initials, but I'm sure Ben knows how to live with it. W-H-E-R-E. Where we want. So the fully translated message is WW dead, Mary will die innocently, and BJ where we want. And there you have it. So might as well bring this back to... there we go. Back to the game. So now that we've translated the message, apparently Mary will die, and the witches killed Wilma Wiggins as well, fulfilling our suspicions, confirming our suspicions. So what shall we do with this knowledge? Well, we got the crowbar, we looked inside the hole, we figured out the witch code. Maybe we should visit Mary now and deliver the bad news that apparently people are plotting to kill her. That seems like the sensible course of action. So let's go. Talk to her then, not to the boss. Wilma Wiggins has been murdered. Yes, this is kind of old news, but let's just go ahead and tell her. But there was an odd mark on the wall. Yes, thank you for that. The witch code mark for murder, which we already saw on the website, so... Someone's in town and they think they're a dark witch. And we need to get this diary. There's a Smailholm witch cult which has been operating here for 50 years plus. And apparently they killed the McBee children. So this should serve as sufficient evidence to the constable to convince him that Mary here is innocent, hopefully. So what is left for us to do? Well, let's go to the forest, actually. Well, that depends on what kind of links they are, King. As you might be able to tell, we don't have a YouTube magic time yet. I doubt there'll be time for that right now. But as long as they're not horrible shock site links, I will not ban you, hopefully, if you're fortunate. But for the moment, let's go to this screen. Uh-oh, a secret meeting. This, no face asks if everything's in place. The girl is in prison, but she might be getting too close. So that was weird. But we saw the constable talking to a cloaked figure. But they're gone now, so apparently the constable is a witch as well? So we have to go back now and... Well, that's fine, King, I suppose. YouTube doesn't allow, NSFW stuff either, so it should be fine. But back to the town, because we're in trouble now, since the one policeman in this town is a witch. And the apparently innocent girl is still captured. So what are we going to do about it? Constable McGee is one of them. He's a witch. He was talking to some guy in a black cloak. Something wasn't right about the place, so let's try to escape. Because otherwise we're going to be killed. So let's come up with a plan. But in the meantime, let's relax for a bit. Why not? Well, let's go back to the tower. Maybe there's something there that we missed. Uh-oh. What's this? Oh no. He's got some half-assed theories about me, apparently. But the constable is here to stop us. He's no murderer, but he will have to use a tranquilizer gun, which we can't allow. So let's use our crowbar to hit him on the head. That was nice. I probably should have saved before that, but let's do that now. Look at those saves, don't they look enticing? Amazing lag. So there we have it. I probably should have saved before this, but, we're on this route now. But now that we've knocked this guy out cold, let's see what he's left behind. Let's go through his pockets. Got his tranquilizer gun. And a key on a ring. So what should we do with this? Well, maybe the keys for the jail cell. Ben, could you go through? There we go. Yes. So let's go ahead and try to free Mary. Apparently we succeeded. So we can offer to take her back to the inn. That's great. And we cannot skip dialogue in this part apparently. Because this is a very important love scene, it seems. Yes, character development, quote unquote. Because, you know, this isn't really a predictable predicament at all. This isn't making any use of tropes or anything. It's not like there's anything off about the way these two characters are behaving. I really want to skip this, but I can't. So I took the opportunity to take a drink instead. Yes, that was a thing that happened. And it happened again. And now it's day 3. And now she's in bed. Apparently we don't think I need to point that out. So let's get the heck out of here. As you might recall, there was a little warning we received yesterday from a certain somebody who should also be staying in this hotel. Oops. So what can we do outside? Uh-oh. Yep. He warned us, he told us to skip town, but we didn't, so now he has to interrogate us. So into the hotel we go. She's really pacing back and forth. He's merely formulating some questions. So let's be as honest as possible. What do we know about her disappearance from jail? Well, might as well tell the truth. We set her free, even though she was a prime suspect. We were also threatened at gunpoint by the constable, which he did not know about. So, who murdered Wilma Wiggins? Who murdered Wilma Wiggins? Well, our prime suspect are dark witches. We could accuse him, but that wouldn't make us any points. He also seems pretty suspicious since he did threaten us with a gun yesterday, but I think we're going to go with the least expectable choice. The McBee children. The McBees killed her because apparently they believe that Wilma killed their children. And they left town right afterwards. So they're terribly suspicious, we have to say. The whole child murder thing might have been a red herring. Something about them isn't right. They might still be in town even. So that's who killed Wilma Wiggins. So who killed the McBee children? Well, we just argumented that it was terribly suspicious that the McBees did what they did, and the whole case was based on a lie. So maybe nobody killed him because there were no children to begin with. So what about that gravestone? And no photographs of the children. What if there aren't any bodies? Well, we got some fine argumenting done there. Maybe the whole thing was based on a lie. Ever think about that, Percy? Well, now that we've survived that interrogation, let me go ahead and get out of here. Because apparently there's something else we can do. At Wilma's house. Or past Wilma's house. Oh yes, there's something else waiting for us in the outskirts of town. I wonder what it could be. Well, if we look at this message, it looks much like it did before, no changes. And we already figured out what that says. But maybe there's something new to that effect. Uh-oh, what's this? It's what we suspected. And I think we can translate this with the second witch code thing. So I'm going to do that now. It says E-L... Yes, it says E-L-I-M-I-N-A-T-E. Not sure what the first thing says, but I'm... Actually, wait a minute. We did have the second thing from the website, so let me check that again. That's probably it. Let me move that over here. Eliminate P Q J signed Z. Well, isn't that interesting? The new message is actually eliminate PQJ. So if we do that, well, we got the copy of the Paranormal Investigator's Handbook, the diary, and the witch code translation. So if we use that on this, it does nothing. If we use this and this, it does nothing. So what we have to do... Well, I don't know. We already know what it says. Apparently, someone called Z wants us to eliminate PQJ, which I can only assume means Percival Quentin Jones. Wait a minute. Well, maybe we already solved it since we know what it says. Or maybe we have to interact with it here. Or not. I'm not entirely certain what we have to do with this, but... Climb stairs. So apparently now that we have that threatening message, we need to go back to the investigator and tell him about it. So let's open the door to the hotel and go to his room, which I believe is all the way on the left. Apparently it is because Ben is walking there automatically. So we have some more information. Yes, let's tell him about the witch code. He's in trouble because the message says... Oh boy. Wait, let's do this in all caps. It only seems appropriate. Eliminate PQJC. Or not. Apparently that's not what we have to write, even though that's what it says. Let's try that again. Eliminate PQJ. There we go. And it was signed by someone called Z, which I tried to write before, but it didn't take it. So with that, we've managed to lure him out of his room, which means we can explore now. I got Percy's bag of stuff and a shovel. So let's swipe his shovel and try going through his stuff. Oh, but we do not do it out of fear of getting caught. But we do take this shovel, which I think will be hard to miss that it's gone. So now that with our newly acquired shovel we can search for proof about whether or not those children were really murdered. So let's go to the church right next to where the graveyard is and see what the story is with these dead children. Uh-oh, what's this? Oh, we just panned away so they wouldn't notice the lack of animation. So into the open grave we hop. With this coffin. And let's open it up. And find absolutely nothing. It's an empty coffin. Uh-oh. Looks like we weren't alone. So there are members of the witch cult. What a shocker. Everyone's the member of the witch cult, even Mary! So why were we even called out here? That's a good point. But there's someone else who could do a better job of answering their questions. This guy. The guy from the painting. Sorcerus the Grand Warlock. And apparently there's going to be a sacrifice. It's going to be us, Ben Jordan. Oh boy. And we accompany them willingly. That's great. We're tied to a stake and the members of the witch cult have been muttering to themselves, but something's gonna happen soon. Luckily no one's bothered searching through our pockets, so we might manage to escape somehow. So not Voldemort here is giving his speech before the all-important sacrifice. Oh yeah, this is also totally not the plot to Suspiria. Just thought I would mention that. So we can ask some questions, why not? What about this sacrifice? Today is the festival of Lammas. I'm sure not Nox would know about that. A gift of eternal youth. We sacrifice a young virgin and take their youth. And they can tell that he's a virgin, so there's that. So what about this sorceress guy? He was the leader of a witch cult back in colonial America, which you can read all about on the website. But the sacrifice was interrupted by a constable who infiltrated our group, so he escaped back to Romania. The people of Smailholm have been very loyal to him, so... Ben Jordan. Luring him here was easy, so... Something tells me it's more than that, but we can't really find out. So this evil plan worked, beside the deviation of a crowbar to the head of that guy. That was a pretty great moment. And apparently Mary does have some affection for him. So the sacrifice commences, or does it? Sister Blaine's not wearing her robes, but she is a witch. But apparently she loves us for real. That's touching. And convenient. And she's rebelling against the witch cult. And she's dead now. So that was a thing that happened. So somehow that gave us the strength to break free from the rose. So we calmly stroll away and they don't do anything to stop us. Yep, they did just let us get away. So apparently this guy is going to chase us now. But we can't keep running now. We need to deal with this guy somehow. There does seem to be a stick on the ground. A loose branch. And actually, let's pick it up because I have, an odd sense of deja vu. Namely that we've seen that exact same stick in the first 2 games. It was the stick that we lit on fire in case 1, and the stick that was given to us as a dowsing rod in the second case. And now it's back. Apparently he says Strigoi. He doesn't need the sacrifice, but he finds it much easier to have a loyal following to do all the work. So he's gonna kill us now. Unless we look at this stick. Yep, we have seen it somewhere before. It's the exact same sprite of the stick you used in the first 2 games. So now that we have this stick... Well, actually, we don't have to use that first. We do have this gun, though. A tranquilizer gun with 1 shot left, so let's quickly draw and shoot the guy. And watch as he flops to the ground. And get the stick. And jab it into his chest. And watch as he disappears into nothingness. And suddenly Percy's here too. How convenient that he decided until now to show up. So let's go so we can arrest the rest of the witches. Oh, but they're all dead. And rapidly aged. But luckily the case is closed. So we can return to England. But ultimately I don't think we're getting paid for this, since there's no one to pay us now. And Percy's turning less skeptic. So that's something. And so Ben went back to London with Percy to fill out the case paperwork. And he did some sightseeing. Oh, apparently we did get paid, never mind. Scotland Yard reimbursed him for his services, since we didn't get any money from the actual case. But he didn't know why he specifically had been chosen to be the sacrifice. I wonder if he'll ever find out. Oh yeah, and there's an alternate ending, but I don't think we're gonna do that, because the ending we did get was the full ending. The way to get the other path is to not do anything when the guy pulls a gun and you just get shot. But you get less points and there's less explanation. So that was it for this game, I think. Is it gonna close itself, or is it going to have something else? It doesn't look like it's gonna have something else. It's certainly kind of spazzing out.